Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. It's been a week and a day. Normally, I go live on Saturdays, but yesterday was chaotic and hectic. I had to drive for 6.5 hours to go to a birthday party for a young family member. Didn't get home till late. I was really, really tired. Plus, I was still pissed off about my shit getting fucked up in the shop. We'll go into detail about that. But first, let's say hey to everybody that's here so far. Let's see. Fish Sticks was first. What's going on, Fish Sticks? Outpost. C. Welcome. Rabid Coyote. Why can't man be more like animals? We are. Sherry Leach. How are you doing? Sophia B. Miss Sharon. Monique. How is everybody today? Anthony Crouch. Welcome. G Montana. Hello. Rabid. Awesome. Awesome. We got a few people here so far. Hopefully, we'll get some people up here on the panel. If not, not a big deal. KP Heaton, what's going on, brother? Oh, I meant to email you earlier. I was working on your logo. Send me an email and kind of let me know what you're looking for here. Is it just like because that's really vague. Kind of give me something to work with. Are you wanting like a person? Are you wanting part of the mythology, a slogan, a saying, a design? I mean, give me a. That's a pretty broad. Um, Give me a really. I mean, there's like a gazillion different things I can come up with. I've got a bunch of really good ideas, but I want to kind of narrow it down a little bit before I start sending you stuff to look at. Let's see. Lady Smith, how are you doing? You're welcome. Yeah, so long story short, it's been a shitty ass week. Flying around, what's going on, my brother? Yeah, so long story short, the or my flash dryer, the machine that I use to cure the ink on the shirts, just fucking checked out. It just stopped working. Everything was going fine. I was printing shirts. I want to say this was like Wednesday, Thursday night. I was printing shirts, just about ready to get caught up on everything, and I flipped a switch, and it just refused to do anything. So it died. Um, so then starts the process of trying to find out if it was still under warranty. Should I try to fix it? Should I not try to fix it because it's got that sticker on it? That if this piece of thing is broken, the warranty's void, and all this bullshit. So I reached out to the company. Actually, I reached out to the company, and then they had me have to go through Amazon, and then Amazon to the company, and then they want videos, and they want pictures, and explanation of what happened, and this and that and the other, to find out if it's still covered under warranty. So I'm waiting to hear back from them. I did dig up some stuff online about the particular machine that I got. Um, and everything that I've seen says it comes with a 6 month warranty, and I've had it for 9. So it is what it is. Um, so my options are, dump another $300 into another um, flash dryer that may work for 6, 8, 9 months or not, or open this bad boy up and try to fix it. Either way, I lose time on making shirts. The gathering's coming up. I got a lot of stuff to get printed. So if I lose 2 weeks on trying to fix this, figuring out that I can't fix this, and then trying to come up with the funds to buy another one so I can get everything printed, yada, 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 what am I going to do? Roaming Prepper, what's going on? So what I decided to do, thanks to the generosity of someone from the chat that wants to remain anonymous, I don't know how it happened or why it happened, but literally the day before my flash dryer died. This person sent me some money through Cash App, for the business to get screens and stuff. So I'm going to take that cash and put it towards a new purchase. But what I'm considering doing, and I'd like you guys' input. All right, I can drop another 3, 4, $500 on a flash dryer, and be printing at the same speed that I was doing just shirts. Or I could kind of come out of left field and try to turn a negative into a positive. So what I've been doing is I've been researching some different stuff online, and I can get a thing called a heat press. And I had originally said I wasn't going to do the heat press stuff because that's just the iron on shit. And then I found out that, yeah, a heat press can be used to do iron on stuff, but there's a company that actually does heat press graphics using the exact same ink that I use on the screen printing. What they do is they have this weird kind of transfer paper, and they screen print the design onto this paper, and then they dry it so it's dry to the touch so it doesn't rub off, but it's not cured yet. Because see, I can dry the ink on the shirts, and I learned this from the set of shirts that I sent out that weren't cured correctly. I can heat it up and have it dry to where it doesn't come off when you touch it or anything. But when you wash it, it falls apart, or if you stretch it, it falls apart because it's not cured. But what this company does is they actually print logos and designs on this transfer paper in the exact same ink that I use, the Plastisol ink, and they mail it to you. And then you cut the paper into the sections that you need, like say for a hat or even huge designs for a shirt. And you put it on the shirt, and then you put it in the heat press and you clamp it down, and then it heats up to like 360 degrees. And it literally it presses the ink into the shirt, and then it heats it up and it cures it just like it's a little bit different than a flash dryer, but it's basically the process is the same. It just you're not having to do the screen print part to make it work. So I did more research. Rip Curl, what's going on? And there are a lot of people out there that don't use a flash dryer. What they do when they screen print is they take a heat gun, and I went ahead and bought a real nice heat gun. They take a heat gun as soon as they screen print it, and they heat the ink up on the shirt, to where it's dry to the touch so it doesn't come off on your fingers. And then they take the shirt and they put it in the heat press, and they press it down. They cook it to like 360 degrees, and that cures the ink on the shirt after it was screen printed. Constitutional Carpenter, what's going on? So, and some other research I did too is it allows you to get a shinier or a smoother print because of the pressure when you clamp down on it. Humana, hey. But so what I did is I did a little research on the heat press, and I found these different deals on the heat press, and they have these different options where they have a 5-in-1 heat press. Like I get the heat press, and it also comes with an attachment where you can do hats, and everybody knows I've been trying to do hats. And it also comes with an attachment where you can screen print stuff on plates like that you eat off of. And it also comes with an attachment to make coffee mugs and I think tumblers as well. But you get like these 5 different things that come with it. So for a little bit more than what I'd pay for just getting another flash dryer that all it's going to do is flash dry shirts, I could get this combo deal. I could have the heat press, and I can also go ahead and start producing coffee mugs, and I can go ahead and start producing hats pretty quickly because I can order the logos for the hats through that company that does the Plastisol ink that I use. So it'll legit be screen printing ink. It won't be an iron-on. It's legit screen printing ink that you basically melt into the hat with this heat press. So those are my options. Get another flash dryer, which may or may not last for a while. I don't know. Or to get this combo deal and kind of turn a negative into a positive. So for spending, about $100 more than I would spend on just getting the flash dryer, I could get the heat press, and I could also immediately start doing hats, coffee mugs, and I can still cure my shirts the way I want them done with this heat press, which actually, honestly, it looks like it's going to be easier because it heats to a certain temperature. You can set the temperature so you won't scald the shirt. And when you click it down, it stays for the amount of time that you set it for, and it automatically pops loose and lets it come up. So I've spent like the last 3 days researching this stuff. So yes, got the heat and attachments. So I'll turn a negative into a positive. Yes, I lost my flash dryer, but I'll get the heat press, which I can still do the shirts. I've already got the heat gun. Now I can jump straight into the hats, and straight into the coffee mugs without any kind of learning curve, because there was going to be a serious learning curve on screen printing the hats. But with doing the heat press, I won't have that issue. I can just go ahead and immediately start popping out hats that are good quality. Yes, Lady Smith, all the research I've done, the longevity on the press is all of the reviews that I've seen were all 4 and 5 star on this heat press. So I mean, I haven't seen anything negative about it, put it that way. But also a caveat to that is, if I go ahead and get this press and I can go and start doing the shirts and the mugs, then I can increase my inventory of things that I can put out there on the website and things that I can offer you guys. Anytime I go to somebody's store on YouTube, whether it's Angry or Canadian Prepper or anybody, they all have coffee mugs. Everybody's got coffee mugs. I haven't been able to do coffee mugs yet. Well, now I can do Fred coffee mugs. But now another positive to that is, if I have a way to continue to make the shirts, then I can whip out my toolbox and I can open up this flash dryer that I have downstairs and get in there and find out what's wrong with it and fix it. Whether I fix it or I find somebody that can do it for me. I have a really good feeling that it's, honestly, I think it's just the switch. I don't know why, but when it stopped working, when I flipped the switch, it felt different. It's like a light switch turning off and on. When I flipped the switch, when it clicked, it felt different. Like, it's kind of hard to explain it. It's like there wasn't as much resistance as there usually is when I turn it off and on. So honestly, I mean, I could be wrong. I don't think I am, though. I think it's just a switch. And if that's the case, I mean, I can fix that in no time. But I didn't want to super void the warranty and open this thing up and try to fix it before I had another way to actually cure the ink and make shirts, so I can still get the shirts out there. So it's kind of like a catch-22. So I think I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to just go ahead and jump into the deep end of the pool and go ahead and open up my inventory for hats and coffee mugs and things of that nature, and go ahead and just use this heat press machine to cure the shirts, temporarily, and see if I can get this flash dryer back up and running, because I'm pretty sure it's just a switch. And the problem is, I can't bust it open and void the warranty if I don't have something else that can do the shirts, because there is still a chance they may fix it for free or send me a new one. So I don't want to take that chance on it and waste that money. So it is what it is. But that's where I'm sitting right now. So if you have shirts ordered and you don't have them yet, it's going to be another couple days. I did get my nice heat gun late yesterday afternoon. It came in. I ordered a real nice one. It's a super nice one. I dial it up, dial it down. It's got all these crazy attachments for it. So I can cure the shirts with the heat gun. It just takes a lot longer, because you have to heat up the entire design to a certain temperature. So I got the temperature gun in this hand and the heat gun in this hand, moving it around. So it's kind of tedious. So I mean, I can starting tomorrow, I can still produce shirts. It's just going to be quite a bit slower. But if you have orders, I still have them. is that they will get out as soon as possible. I'm dealing with the gremlins in the machine. As soon as and I don't know what it is, man. As soon as I start getting on a roll and things start going good, something happens and it kicks me off. It's like Jesus. But I'll get it figured out. And, hopefully with this machine, and it's one of the newer ones. All the reviews are great. Everybody loves it. And and the only issue, or the main selling point on it to me was I found the website that sells it's not an iron-on design. It's actual plastisol ink, the same kind of stuff that I use, and you just it's pre-printed and you put it on there and it melts it right into the fabric. So that's the direction I think I'm going to go in. I think I'm going to go ahead and try to turn a negative into a positive and invest the cash and go ahead and get the 5-in-1 bundle where I can do coffee mugs, hats, and shirts, right? And get, it'll probably take 7 to 10 days for it to get here. Hopefully no more than a week. That'll still give me 2 weeks to get the hats done, get everything done for the gathering and all that good stuff. So what do you guys think? Does that sound like a good idea? Just go ahead and instead of replacing the flash dryer, just go ahead and just say fuck it and expand the business. Get the hats going, get the mugs going. And what do you think? Yes or no? Just a simple yes or no in the chat. Yes, say fuck it and expand the business, or no, spend the money on another heat dryer and stay where I'm at. What do y'all think? Yeah, I'm thinking yes. Yeah. Oh, and Sherry, your order's done. I just can't ship it because I'm not finished with the apron because you wanted green for your pot leaf and I don't have green ink. So I had to special order a thing of green ink, and it should be here. It may be here tomorrow. Maybe here tomorrow. If not tomorrow, it'll definitely be here Tuesday. So then I can print your pot leaf and your stuff's good. I feel you, Sophia. The problem is when you're backed into a corner, it's hard to figure out what you feel is best. Because it's like I could play it safe and just get another flash dryer and keep, doing what I'm doing, or I could, I could go ahead. I mean, because if I'm offering my services to content creators, especially bigger creators like Angry and some of those other guys, they have hats, they have shirts, they have hoodies, they have mugs. All I have is hats and shirts now. So why would they come over to me if I can't offer the same thing or more than a competitor does? So this way I can do hats, shirts, hoodies, mugs. I can kind of run the gambit. So I think I'm just gonna gamble and say fuck it and get the heat press and go that route. I mean, worst case scenario, if it sucks, I can still cure the shirts with a heat gun and just take a little bit longer. And fingers crossed, it's just the switch on the flash dryer. And yeah, Heathen, I just told you to send me an email. I need a little bit more to go on than what you told me. I mean, that's a huge niche. I mean, that's like massive. I mean, you've got design, you've got religious things, you've got people. I don't want to tell anybody what your design is, but kind of tell me what you're picturing in your head. I mean, is it just a weapon? Is it a person wielding a weapon? Is it just the mythology? Kind of give me a little bit more to go on than that. But I've got a whole bunch of designs. I spent 2 hours today on designs for you. Like I've got a shitload of them. I got some badass ones. I just don't know if it's what you're leaning towards or not. Teresa, I I believe I will. I mean, obviously my turnaround time is going to be a little bit slower if I have to do the shirts with just the heat gun, but that from everything I've seen online with the heat press, it honestly it's going to be faster than the way I've been doing it with the flash dryer. Um, like it literally from the time I screen print it, I hit it with the heat gun until it's dry to the touch. Once it's dry to the touch, I throw it on the heat press, and then it's like 10 seconds, it's done. Here, with just doing the flash dryer, it's taken that 10 seconds on the heat press. It usually takes anywhere from 30 seconds to 2 or 3 minutes to get it up to temperature using the flash dryer. So actually, I honestly, I think it's going to be faster doing it that way. Um, it's just something new. It'll take me, a couple of days to get used to it and get into a rhythm. But yeah, I think it's gonna work. I'm like 99% convinced that Kydex. What? Why does Kydex sound familiar? I don't. I'm drawing a blank here. That's what they make holsters out of, correct? Yeah, I guess. I mean, I've never printed on anything other than cloth, but yeah, I'm pretty sure if you can heat press it, if the design will stick to it, then it'll work. But yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do is go ahead and be able to offer more stuff. Shirts, hats, hoodies. Yeah, the Kydex holsters and knife cases. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah, I'm positive you can. Yeah, so it'll open up a lot of possibilities for different things. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I could have just got another, or I could just get another flash dryer, but the one I have is only 9 months old, so it shouldn't be broken. Um, and it's basically just in the oven. I mean, all it is, it's just got a heating element, a big. It looks like if you stick your head underneath and look up at it, it looks like the inside of your oven, the heating element that runs around along the bottom. So there aren't any working parts. I mean, you got a switch that turns it on and off. There's probably an internal fuse that might be the problem, and I'm sure the element isn't burnt out. I mean, Jesus, it's only 9 months old. So yeah, and even if it is, I can get a replacement. I mean, there's not a whole lot of working parts. It's not rebuilding an engine. I mean, it's I somebody that's never held a screwdriver before could probably repair this thing if they knew what was wrong with it. So I'm gonna fingers crossed. Best case scenario, I come out of this hiccup with a repaired flash dryer that still works, a heat press. I can make hats and coffee mugs and tumblers, and I can print on Kydex holsters, knife holsters, things like that. So it could really help me expand. So that's the positive out of it. So didn't you say a while back that your goal would be to make this your main only job? Yeah, that is my goals for like this. It would in a perfect world this time next year, this would be my main source of income, and I could just substitute teach on the side if I had a slow week and nothing to print. I could just go in, or if they needed me for an emergency, I could just go in. Yeah, in a perfect world, this would be my main source of income because I don't do people very well. So having a normal job, and I mean everybody's like, you hate people. Why in the world are you a teacher? Teaching's different because it's kids. Kids are different than grown-ups. If I had to go to work and just deal with grown-ups all day, I'm catching a charge. But with kids, it's kind of different. They don't bother me as bad. So, but yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I figure, fuck it, just expand. I mean, why not? I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen? I have a shitload of orders and I have a hard time keeping up, and I have to hire somebody to help me. I mean, that's a positive. So screw it. Man, that's the good thing about being a sub. I mean, if I don't want to work, I don't have to work. You know what I mean? If I'm busy, if I've got a backlog of orders, then I can just say I won't be in until next week. Do it that way. So yeah. So hopefully within a week, um, I'll be banging out hats and coffee mugs and whatever else I can figure out how to do on this thing. But yeah, the main thing was I wasn't going to do it because I thought it was all just like basically iron on stickers until I figured out that, yeah, I mean, you can do that. But there's also a company that does the screen, like they literally, they do everything that's on the screen printing part of it, except you don't have to, there's no, I don't have to burn any screens. There's no setup time. There's nothing. I pay them and they send me the mail on this huge sheet and I just cut out my little design and I put it up here and I heat press it and it burns it into the fabric. So I mean, shit, all the ones I've looked at, God, probably 200 videos and they look great. So I mean, we'll give it a shot and see. So, yeah, I believe I will, Jima. Go for it. So right now I want to get everything done and get caught up for the gathering. I'm looking forward to that. So we got a little bit over a month, a little bit less than a month. Today's the 10th. Um, so it's the 6th, 7th, and 8th, that Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. I went ahead and I got Thursday night as well. I'm going to be there 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. So I'm going to leave straight from work on Thursday and drive to the mountains. So I'll be there Thursday night as well. So if any of the rest of you want to come early, I'll be there a day early. So will Papa. He and I both are going to be there on Thursday. I think Cherokee may come on Thursday too. All right, KP, I'll take a look at it. Yeah, but I got some really cool stuff for you, KP. I didn't know how hard heathen you wanted to go. I didn't know, you know what I mean? So I mean, because your niche, I understand your niche very well because I'm part Scandinavian, so that's something that's pretty near and dear to me. So when you said that, I was like, hell yeah! But I went hard like the way I would want my logo to look. And this is your logo, so I want like a little bit more input to make sure I get it the way you want it. Way to go, Teresa. Top chat. Jesus, where's Hutch when you need him? Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do then. I'm gonna, you know, take what little bit of profit I've made in the last couple months and I'm just gonna stick it right back in. I mean, that's what I've been doing anyway. Like what I've been making on the uh on the shirt sales and stuff, I've just been sticking it right back into the company, trying to get my inventory built up. I've got a bunch of blanks. I've got extra shirts, hoodies, and stuff downstairs. Um, so like if I get an order for 5 extra large OD green shirts from somebody, instead of ordering 5, I'll order 7, or I'll order 6, and then I'll order an extra large and double X just to have extra, just so I can build up inventory. Because hopefully within a few months, instead of say if Michigan sent me an email and ordered a shirt, um, instead of him having to wait 3 days for me to order a blank for it to get in, then I print it, mail it to him. I'll already have a blank downstairs, so I can just go downstairs, print it, and mail it out. That's where I'd like to be, but that's just expensive. I've probably I've got several $100s in blank shirts, hoodies, hats, and aprons downstairs already. So, Moose Man, what is going on, my brother? Wow, it's cold up there, huh? Jeez, I'm sorry. I'm ready for the cold though. I'm ready for hopefully this time next month, up on the mountain when we're going camping. I hope it gets down into like the high 40s, low 50s at night. Hopefully it stays like in the mid 70s during the daytime, so it's comfortable but chilly. But that was pretty much the gist of it. I didn't have a chance to bang out any new designs for this stream, honestly, because I've been so busy working on designs for other people, other orders, and logo designs. I ran out of time. Oh, 46. That sounds perfect, Sherry. But there are plenty of designs up there on the site as it is, and the code is good. It's good until Monday night at midnight, unless you're a tier one. If you're a tier one outsider, then don't even worry about that code. You have your own specific code that gets you 20% off anytime, day or night, 365. So, Ghost, what about the new designs? This coming to be able to print screens? I don't really understand it. I don't want to create a design. Yeah, Gmail, what it is like I design what I want here and I email them the design. They take the design, they do all the screen printing stuff. They do the artwork, they do the screens, they print it, but instead of printing it on a shirt, they print it on this piece of transfer paper. It's just like this special sheet of paper. And they can print like a whole bunch of logos on it. Like, say, if I'm doing hats, I can get like 50 hat logos on one sheet. And they print it on there and they dry the ink so that it's dry to the touch, but it's not cured, and they mail it to me, and I cut a piece off of the logo on it. I can touch it; it's dry, and I put it on the hat or the shirt or whatever, and then I heat press it, and then I take the heat up to like 360, and it melts the ink into the shirt just like I would do downstairs if I screen printed it and then hit it with a flash drive. So they're doing all the work. All I have to do is just heat it up and cure the ink. So it's actually pretty cool. It's kind of expensive, but it's it saves a lot of the labor. But the thing is, if I'm just using it mainly for the hats, the hat logos, the small logos, I can get like a logo this size. I can get probably 30 or 40 on one sheet of paper, and like the sheet, like I said, the sheet they sell me, I think it's 17 by 12 inches. And you can fit as many logos on there that you want if they're as long as they're the same logo and you get it for the same price. So that sheet costs 17 bucks for one huge t-shirt piece. It was 17 bucks, but I can get 50 hat logos in there. It's still 17 bucks. So, and I'm making these numbers up. It's still the same price. So it's monetarily, it makes a lot of sense to use it for things like hats and mugs and smaller logos as long as they're all the same. If I have two separate logos on there, then they'll charge me double for that. But yeah, they can do it for shirts too. I can send like any design that I have on my website. I can send them an email with a vector image, and they'll send me that image on this piece of paper. And I can lay it on a shirt, put it on the heat press, and they'll transfer straight to it. But it's a lot more. It's pretty expensive versus doing it screen printing. Plus, honestly, I like doing the screen printing. It's fun. It's like, I don't know, it's just fun. Yeah, I saw that, Sherry. Boobies above the chesticles. Yeah, so I mean, it'll be some learning there. Um, it's I'm looking forward to it actually, because if it'll enable me to do the hats, and they'll be a lot better, better quality. Because that's the main reason why I haven't been like really pushing hats down you guys' throats is because you know me, I don't want to sell something if it ain't good. Um, and the quality of the hats that I've been seeing that are produced on this thing, they look amazing. They look awesome. So that's honestly that's the biggest seller for me on this whole deal is I'll be able to get hats out because everybody's been asking about hats. Um, and that's the big deal about this is because I will be able to get the hats out there, quick. Um, so yeah, it's worth it just to be able to produce the hats and the coffee mugs, but I'll be able to, do the shirts and yeah. But here's the thing too: every single screen print shop that I've seen on YouTube, and I watch a lot of them, they all have this fucking thing, this heat press, and they all use it. They use it for different reasons. I mean, obviously they use it for shirts and stuff because um, when they're a bigger company, so they do a lot of 5, 6, 7 color prints. Me, I don't ever want to do that many colors. I like to do like 1, 2, maybe 3 colors because each color you need to burn a new screen. So if the orders for like less than 20 shirts, they won't screen print it. They'll order the um, the prints from this company that I was telling you about because for them, saving that amount of time, they'd rather pay extra and get it on paper and they can just heat press it and get the order out. They make maybe 10% of the profit they would have made, but they're getting the order out, they're making something, and they can invest their time on something else. Like most of the big shops, they won't burn screens unless you're ordering a minimum of 50 shirts. They won't do it. If they do, they charge extra. And I don't ever want to do that to you guys. So that's why I'm trying to figure ways to do it, and do it, that way. I see a boonie in my future. Okay. What about a leather hat? Uh, I'm looking at leather patches to put on the hats. I haven't actually looked at a leather hat though. I don't really think you can do any kind of printing on leather. I think with leather you'd have to either embroider or sew a patch or something on there. But yeah, so that's my plan, is to start pumping these hats out, which I'm actually very excited for it. But I just wanted to apologize to everybody that my machine dying kind of threw a curveball in production this week. Otherwise, everybody would have already had their shit. Because I was pissed off. I was so mad. Oh my god! Like I was so fucking mad. I didn't go in the basement for 2 days. Like I wouldn't even walk down there and look at this fucking machine. Yeah, it was bad. Pissed. I'm still pissed. But what are you gonna do? It is what it is. And Sherry Leach, I had. Don't you know I had the special order that zip up hoodie for you? Not the one for your grandson, but the one for you. The one for your grandson I got from my distributor. The one for you, they don't even have them. Like I don't know why, but they don't even have them. I had to find. I went to 3 different companies till I found one. I got it. It didn't cost any extra. I mean, it cost extra more than a regular hoodie, but it didn't cost any extra, for me having a special order it. But yeah, I found it. Oh, Ohio got a tumbler heat press. So Ohio, you have experience with heat presses. Why don't you hook a brother up? Give me some knowledge. Do you like it? I mean, do you have a regular heat press for shirts and stuff too, or did you just get the one for the tumbler? Because the one I'm thinking about ordering, it has hats, mugs, plates. I don't think it has it for the tumbler though. There was another one that I could have ordered. It's an 8. The one I'm thinking about ordering is a 5-in-1. But they have one that's an 8-in-1, and it has like 5 or 6 different attachment for different size tumblers and all that good stuff. Sublimation. What does that mean? These are all new words for me. It's presses down, a lot of heat, burns the. It does the same ink that I screen print with. I'm not sure what sublimation means. This is all new to me. What's up, Mad Shad? I don't know if it's called sublimation or not. I just know that they use the same uh, Plastisol ink, the company that I'll be getting the prints from. They use the Plastisol ink, and then I have to cook it into the garment at 360, 340. Oh, shut up, Rabbit. Fucker. I can't believe you beat Monique to the punch on that one. Who else is in here? Did I miss anybody tonight? I don't think so. Stuart, what's going on? Yes, so that's where we sit. So if you have an order here, it's either in the process of being finished, or it's like almost finished, and until my shit broke. but it'll be there soon. Hopefully, everybody will have their stuff within the next week. Awesome, Ohio. Angela B, what's going on? Angela B, are you coming to the gathering? I believe you are. Aren't you? Didn't you already rent your spot? I think. I can't remember. I'm having a brain fart. Five boxes of cheeseburger, hamburger helper. Damn, Rabbit. Sounds like a party. I ain't worried about that, Ohio. You do you, girl. There's enough business to go around. What were we talking? Yeah, Angel. Okay, yeah, you're 27. You're right beside me. That's right. You're my neighbor. And then Papa's right across from us. All right, boys and girls, I think I'm going to go ahead and stick a fork in this. Got to take Buddy out for a walk. He's looking at me like he's about to pee himself. I'll probably relieve myself as well. And then at 10 o'clock, which is what, 18 minutes from now, we'll do us a short members only live stream and give away a shirt. Even though my shit's broke, I'm still giving away a shirt. So it is what it is. So if you're not a member, I do encourage you to be a member. And you stand a chance on winning a shirt. If you, I give away at least 4 a month. That 4 usually turns into 10 or 12 a month because other people give away stuff, or I get online and I'm drunk and I give away more than one shirt. Also, if you want to join and be a tier 1 outsider, that comes with some pretty special stuff. For night, regular outsiders is $1.99. Tier 1 is $9.99 a month. And every month that it renews, you get 5 loyalty points. Each loyalty point is directly correlated to $1 on the website. So every month you get a $5 credit on the website. So after 4 months, you get a free shirt. But you also get free t-shirt design and or logo design. And you also get a specific code just for you for use on the website 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, for 20% off anything on the website. The only thing that it doesn't work on, and the only thing that this 1369 code does not work on, is the gathering bundle, because I've already assessed a 20% discount to that bundle. So if you're going to get a gathering bundle, don't use the code. If you do, I'm just going to delete it because I've already put a 20% off discount on the bundle. But yeah, so the tier 1s, you get the hookup. So yeah, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So, but other than that, I am going to pop off of here, and I will see the rest of you members in the members only live stream in about 15 minutes. I'll see you there, guys. Y'all have a good one.